Hi, welcome to this reading. Welcome to my channel. Uh, Nice to have you here listening to what the Spirit has to say. So, we're just going to do a quick oracle reading. I feel like something wants to come through. I'm not really sure what it is, so we're going to go ahead and shuffle this deck here and see if we can kind of get a, like a little bit of a guide. This one wants to come through. I feel like something else as well wants to pop out. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Um, Sometimes I do oracle readings on the weekends, sometimes I don't, sometimes I'll do other things. Today feels like a oracle day. So, first one that had popped out was mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So that's something to ask yourself. We also have protection. It says call back your power, cut cords, soul retrieval. And then we also have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Okay, so how can we do some self-care? Okay, I'm already seeing how this is going. So, who or what is triggering you? That you may need to cut cords on. And it doesn't necessarily need to be permanent cords, I feel like. If you're saying, like, yeah, but I still do want this person in my life, okay. But maybe right now is not a good time. And so, some years down the line, I'm getting more years than months. So like timing may be different for everybody, but I think for majority, if you come across this reading, it's more years down the line that you can repair that cord. Okay, if you still feel like that's something you should do. Because it's not just your energy, it's also their energy. Okay. So you can repair this down the line if you choose to. Right now, you need to focus on calling back your power and doing self-care. So maybe question like, are you nourishing yourself right? You eating the right foods, drinking enough water, sleeping enough? Um, how can we distress? Like what works for you? Does like a nice soak in the tub work for you with some soft music, candles, scents? Um, Even stepping in the shower sometimes for some people, just letting the water hit you like on your back or something, on your neck. Sometimes that helps relax people. Maybe reading a good book, keeping away from too much screen time on your computer, on the TV, on your phone. That's a big one. I feel like put down your phone for a little while and take a few deep breaths. Okay, so that's coming through. Stepping out into nature, taking a nice walk if you're able to. I feel like, is there a favorite place that you like to go? I'm kind of like seeing this kind of like nature walk that allows you to maybe like look at some mountains or something. A nice walking trail nearby. I know like for me where I'm living, it's still a little bit winter like. It's a little chillier today, but just a couple days ago we had really nice 60-degree weather. So we're in this transition between winter and spring. Um, and like things are kind of snowing, but things are also kind of raining, and then you get those really nice sunny days. So a little all over the place where I'm at. But when you do have a nice day, unless you like walking in the cold, and then that's relaxing for you. That's okay. Um, yeah, if it's a nice day out, take that walk. Take that walk if you're able to. Go see a movie by yourself. There's also a good example, Cat Cafe. in the town that I'm next to, and I love it there. It's such a fun little place. It has like one side where is the cafe, so you can get your food and your drink, and you can either sit there, and eat your food and drink, or you can take it into the next area where it's called Catlandia, and they have all of their cats over there that you can hang out with. So if that's something that's relaxing to you, definitely I encourage that. Spirit encourages that. I'm hearing going to the library. Yeah. Yeah, whatever relaxes you. Let's see what else we can get here with the oracle cards. Maybe writing relaxes you. Doing something artistic relaxes you. Painting. Painting comes through a lot in my channel once in a while. And sometimes I kind of feel like that's like for one specific person, but it doesn't have to be. We have water carrier. Finding balance. Balance is on this card. We have a calm life. Communication. Something around communication coming through. Could be with who is triggering you. Having that talk of like maybe we need to separate for a while. But still holding so much compassion for them. But I feel like you need to direct that compassion to yourself now. Alleviate suffering, yeah. Water carrier also kind of makes me think of this, what we were just talking about, part of self-care, like taking a shower, a hot bath, um, care for others, humanitarian. Maybe for some of you, I'm kind of getting this volunteering at a humane society. Maybe that's something that you've been wanting to do and you just haven't been able to. Um, or maybe working at a humane society. Maybe somebody was trying to talk you out of it, but that's definitely something you should do. Um, Something that you feel helpful. It's kind of like you helping others, because like you can do humanitarian work for people as well, not just animals. It's just animals are coming through a lot. Um, so you can do humanitarian work for others where it's kind of like you helping others also helps yourself. Maybe you're right now not really helping the right people. People who maybe take you for granted, who kind of use your kindness. And so we kind of need to break away from that. And again, it can be a temporary thing. And maybe they need to learn like, oh yeah, this person, you were actually a really good person and I took advantage of them and that's not okay. And so they have like their own healing to go through. Just as an example, okay? Um, so if that resonates with you, take that. We also have Pearl coming through. Emotional force. Let's see, we've got emotional force. You really get a sense of like your emotion. Your your emotions are your strength. So if anybody has told you if you're too emotional, that's your strength. Okay, love is your strength. Compassion is your strength. Care is your strength. It gives you a lot of wisdom as well. Don't be afraid to open up, to show the world who you are. I know sometimes it kind of feels like when we're so loving and caring, um, it gets very easy to get stepped on. But you need to be, because we also have honesty on this card, you need to be honest with yourself and honest with others. This is who you are. Okay. But also, it's a standing up for yourself, showing that that is not weakness. And Yeah, showing that that's not weakness. That is your strength. Listening to your intuition. We have intuition popping up as well on the Pearl card. I feel like for some of you, there is this little voice that's saying that you need to cut ties. And that may be hard to hear, but it's what you need to do. Okay. Cutting ties. Cutting ties, and that'll allow you, because we have perception on here, have a different perception on things, have a different view of things. Your subconscious mind with your intuition. I also get, because we have loyalty on this card, you're a very loyal person. We also have the moon on this card as well. And that talks about intuition too. But it also talks about hidden things. So maybe there's, I kind of wonder if this negative energy from other people that is not meant to be in your space right now. And it doesn't have to be more than one person. It can be one person, okay? Um, if that resonates with you, if it's just one person or multiple people. Their energy is keeping things hidden. So then when we cut ties, even temporarily, that's going to allow things to flow in for you and develop. I think Spirit is also encouraging you when you're doing this self-care to take a deep dive into yourself, into your internal self, because there are layers there. There are layers there that you need to break down, that you need to process, that you need to reflect on. And that's going to help you heal for you. Okay. I'm kind of getting also when you take that deep dive and you go through the layers and you put in the work towards your internal self, you're going to realize just how beautiful you are. It's like cracking open that clam to get, or is it an oyster? Now I can't remember what do you find a pearl in? Now I can't remember. Um, you're cracking open the shell and you're finding that pearl. You're finding that beautiful self. Okay. We have ballet shoes coming up here with stamina and endurance. This makes me feel like you are stronger than you think you are. I'm kind of getting back into a hobby of yours. It could be dance, it could be we mentioned something artistic, right? So anything artistic coming through. It's also a balancing act between what it is, your self-care and currently trying to navigate how to cut off this energy. And then once you cut that off, it's a balancing act between now your self-care, putting in the work towards yourself. And I don't really feel like a new place or like a new place to live or a new job. That's not really coming through. This is more about you, your well-being, your internal self, who you really are, discovering who you really are, honing in your skills so you don't have to stay on your toes anymore. I kind of feel like you're tiptoeing around this energy, this negative energy. Yeah, pursuit of arts. Yeah. Okay. Also have checkered flag. Love seeing this for you guys. Um, Talking about a completion. So this is kind of like, okay, we are completing a chapter and now we're leading into something else. You are completing a chapter with this being or maybe situation that you need to cut ties with. Um, so the person or situation you need to cut ties with, that that story has ended. That part has ended. That chapter has ended. Now it is time for you to move on to a next chapter. And this chapter is mainly about you. What it is that you want, what it is that you need, what it is that you are meant to have, your achievements. Okay? You are meant to hit the ground running toward your achievements. You are meant to be seeing results. You are not meant to struggle, okay? You are meant to reach that finish line, and complete this hardship and then move on to the next chapter where I really do feel like there's going to be better outcomes for you here while you focus on yourself. And feeling relieved, that's coming through as well. Feeling relieved, even though that was a hard move to make to cut this tie, you're going to feel relieved. It may not really happen right then and there, but it's like as you start putting in the work and your own healing and moving forward, you're going to feel so relieved. You're going to look back at that moment and feel so relieved that that happened because now you realize it needed to. We have sap here. So sap with resources starting to flow in. Okay, things are becoming less sticky. Now it's actually able to flow. I don't think it's going to be fast, but it's going to start coming in for you. It's going to start nourishing you and your energy. You're going to feel more alive, more abundant. It's going to improve your physical health. So maybe there's some of you here whose physical health it has been impacted. You're going to feel more grounded. You're just going to feel so much more alive, and you're going to be able to plant your roots somewhere. Even even if those roots are temporary, you're going to be able to really plant those roots in something. I see with the sap card, it also says blood, and I heard blood, sweat, and tears, but I don't feel like that's your future. I feel like that's your past, and that's kind of what you're leaving behind. So you're not working so hard towards things that you don't necessarily want to be working towards. You're figuring out you and your wants and your needs. Yeah. Okay. So we have hot air balloon. Again, we're talking about balance, having a better balance in your life. But we also have uplifting and we have freedom, going more with the flow. And I kind of feel like that's, more of an at ease kind of go with the flow, rising above situations. Don't resist this change. Don't resist this good energy trying to come in. Again, I know cutting ties is scary and it may hurt. Don't resist that energy. Gaining a new perspective again. Defying gravity. Oh my God. I can hear the song from Wicked where oh my God, I'm getting chills about that. Where if, I haven't seen the play, I've only seen the movie. Um, though I would love to see the play one day. Though I'm sad that I'm not going to be able to see it with Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth. But, but such is life. But just picturing the movie and Elphaba finally realizing the truth about things, getting clarity about things. Yes, okay, she's like running away from people, but in this scene, she's discovering how strong she is. She has this power, and she's literally able to soar through the air. It doesn't matter how people view her. She knows her truth. She knows who she is. And she's able to stand her ground. So that's the energy that's coming through. And you're going to feel so good about it. You're going to feel elevated. You're going to feel untouchable. I love that. You're going to feel untouchable. Bloom. Blooming into who you really are. We also have on this card number 2, Roman numeral 2. And 2 symbolizes balance and harmony. You're gonna watch yourself bloom, become this beautiful flower. That is way too many cards. You're going to watch things around you blooming, like opportunities coming in. Yes, okay. So we have the snake here popping up as well. So I really feel like this is that energy from this person, this other person, this situation that you need to leave. That is that energy that is creating illusions and misguidance. We have lies, deceit, chaos, cunning on here. So any of that may actually, we also have temptation, seduction, any of that may resonate with you and resemble this situation or this person. Yeah, we need to break. We need to break free of that. With coffin here, this is just talking about endings again. Talking about something ending. So that is a good thing. It says it's a negative card, but that's actually a good thing in this sense with how your reading is going, that there is this ending coming through. And transformation. A better transformation coming through for you. Okay, so we have key, where doors are going to be opening for you. A solution coming in, success coming in. We have therapy here. My mind went to like physical therapy. It could be mental health therapy, but my mind went to physical therapy since we also had something talking about physical health. Yeah, the SAP card talking about physical health. And then you may be receiving advice from people, and you have possibilities. You have more possibilities, more optimistic possibilities for you as well. And we also have ring. So this could be talking about your relationship with this other person, with the situation. So it could be symbolizing that. It could be symbolizing marriage. I'm kind of getting, though, a stronger feeling with this card of a new relationship coming in for you. A new relationship. I don't really know the timing, but it could be a new relationship with somebody else. Could be resembling the relationship with this person that we've been talking about. Possibly when they're ready to come back and when you're ready to hear them. It's kind of like a rekindling of that relationship, togetherness. Okay, so that could be an option for people if that resonates. But this could be also resembling something new coming in, a new relationship coming in. It could be a new person that you are meant to be with because of the marriage on this card. But either way, or like I said, could be a new situation presenting itself, and then therefore there's this cooperation and togetherness. So it could be a person, it could be a situation, something new coming in that's going to be better, that's going to be more cooperative, that's going to make you feel good and not have you like take steps back for other people or other things. Ring also symbolizes cycles. So we have because it's a circle, so we have a completion of a cycle. This snake card is also making me feel like a cycle just with how this image is and how the snake is creating a circle. So it's making me think like that. It could be yeah, it's like a completion of the chaos, a completion of the lies and the deceit, illusions. Okay, so we're coming out of that, and doors are going to be opening for us. Okay. See what else we can get here. Okay. Celebration. Yes. Something is coming in definitely for you to celebrate about. But also when I feel like when we get this sense of relief from cutting ties from the past, from this person, from this situation, cutting ties somewhere, leaving that behind. And like I said, things could present itself again, but it's up to you if you want them to come back. Okay? You don't have to allow that to, you don't have to allow them, you don't have to allow a situation to ever come back. Okay, that is your choice. But I feel like you're going to have something to celebrate about. Could be celebration when we see these doors opening, more possibilities, a solution, celebration with that solution. But I'm also getting that celebration from just that relief. We're like, oh, I'm so glad that that actually happened. It feels so good because you are able to fill your own cup. Okay. We also have freedom. And when we were talking about that with the hot air balloon too, freedom coming through for you guys. Oneness, yes. Feeling more yourself at home within yourself. Beyond fear. Being beyond fear. Not letting fear control you anymore. Okay, let's get some emotion cards before we get an affirmation card. And then we'll end the reading after that affirmation card. We have hope and faith. So, hope is a bridge to the future, helping you believe that tomorrow holds greater promise, regardless of today's circumstances. Hold on to hope, as it will be the source of strength to move forward. So, keep the hope, okay? Even when things are feeling really hard, even when you start having doubts, keep that hope, okay? And also keep your faith too. So, faith is a powerful belief that keeps you unwavering in the face of challenges. Faith is not blind, it is a deep trust in yourself and the universe's power. When faith appears, it reminds you to stay true to your beliefs. Okay, so if you are holding on to hope the best that you can, and you just really know that things are going to work out. Even though it's hard, even though sometimes you may have these doors that close, okay? These doors that close, like you try something and then it just closes in your face. Not every door is closed. You just need to find the right one. And I think you know that you are going to find the right one, even though it's hard right now. But just keep that hope and keep that faith that the universe is on your side, that your intuition is correct, that you are going to be okay and you are going to make it work. Okay? Whatever it is, you are going to make it work. So like I said, you may be finding advice, but that's okay. It's all about you. This is all about you. Okay, so let's get our affirmation card. And then we'll end the reading here. We got some couple. Okay, first one we have I am discerning. I love myself enough to say no to people and situations that don't serve my highest good. I am discerning. Exactly what we've been talking about. Needing to have discernment, okay? I am worthy. I keep putting it over there where there's no light. I am worthy. I am enough and I am worthy of receiving everything I desire. I do not need to prove myself to those who would seek to diminish me. I am worthy. Definitely. I am resilient. If my mood wavers, it doesn't stay that way permanently. I allow myself to feel my feelings until I can refocus my thoughts on the positive. I do not judge myself for being human. I am resilient. And your last one, I am grateful. I realize that what is right about my life outnumbers what I perceive to be wrong about my life. I choose to focus on what makes me feel good. I am grateful. Okay. Oh, so that is the oracle reading that Spirit wanted you to hear for today, and I really hope that helped you. I hope it resonated with you. If you want, you can go ahead, leave a like down below, a comment, subscription. Um, you can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Those links are going to be down in the description below. So if you'd like to support me on those platforms as well, that would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, again, that's all I have. And I really, really hope it helped. This was such a great reading. Remember, it's all about you. Okay, I'm sending you so much love, blessings, and healing your way. I'm wishing you all the best, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!